All right, so really important issue I'd like to talk about. Been teaching a lot of lessons on body track, and a lot of people come in here, higher digit handicappers, just from around the city, don't get to play a lot, and noticing that most players are struggling with being able to get their pressure forward to their front side fast enough on the downswing to be able to get that club to come from the inside, swing on, to get the club on plane, be able to hit the draw they want, and not, throw the club over the top like your typical golfer. So the biggest fault that I'm seeing is as players come down. So the dot on the screen here represents the center of pressure. And the biggest fault I'm seeing is that as players are at the top of the backswing, right, in their transition, instead of going forward, right, I see players who go back, and then you can see that there's that drip out onto the toe. Okay, that top left quadrant there represents pressure on the toe. You'll see here, right up there. Okay, there's your toe pressure, and then that's going to bring that path right across the golf ball. Okay, we want that dot actually going forward on the downswing. Okay, so as I come here, right, and I try to make an improvement, you can see myself actually pushing pressure forward onto my front foot. Okay, notice how as I go forward, there's actually still a little bit more pressure towards my heel, but yet my pressure is also forward. Okay, so I'm not coming out onto my trail leg, toe, and back. That is the number one thing I see with slicers, right, and bad golfers that struggle. Okay, now I'm going to show you a model here. I have Kevin Kisner on Body Track, right? So what we're trying to look for here as we get better, right? There's me doing the wrong thing. What we're looking for here is we would like to see that pressure forward, and then you can see at this point a little bit more from the heel. That's how you're going to get from the inside and be able to draw the golf ball. Okay? Let's see what happens when I actually hit it. Just making my point there. All right, so on the way back, I turn, go more into my heel. Too much into my heel, something I struggle with. But from here, right, we're going to go pressure forward. And you can notice, right, at this point here, right as I'm forward for that split second, right, I'm still coming from the heel, 68% pressure there. Okay, and then I'm going to go more out towards the toe. Okay, now we throw this up here. Right, this here is Kevin Kisner with his driver. Okay, notice, right, so in my video yesterday, we talked about that little kind of bump forward. You'll see how pressure goes forward here. It looks flipped, right, from lefty to righty. You'll see pressure go forward, and then he's going to load into his trail side. Okay, and then on the way back, you'll see that pressure, and you'll see that push here, that little bump forward. Notice when he's coming down, see how he still has pressure coming from his right heel, okay, and not from his toe. That means he's probably going to hit a little bit from the inside here and hit a little bit of a draw. Okay, it's not until he's coming down that he gets more out onto that toe. Okay, so that's something you can emulate, right? If people tell you start the downswing with going back, it's definitely wrong. Most players are going to get that pressure forward really fast, right? If you look at traces of players on the PGA Tour, pressure's going forward really fast, so that we can hit the ball powerfully and from the inside.